Hello, and welcome to the Horror House Podcast. I'm Dave.
I am Chris. We're two dudes. Usually. But not tonight. Tonight we're three dudes because we've got Jeff with us. Say hello, Jeff.
Hey.
And we are talking about lots of stuff tonight. Exorcist Believer. What's everybody's thoughts on this? Some Horror Hound stuff. And some other stuff that we've watched. And that's what's on the menu for tonight. Dave.
Yeah.
What you been watching? What you want to do? What you want to talk about first?
So I'll open up by talking about a movie I watched the other day for free on Tubi. Hashtag not a sponsor. Hashtag use Horror House 2 when you check out and buy Tubi for free. And maybe it's freer that way. I don't know, Chris. I don't know.
If you use Horror House 3, since Jeff's here tonight, I think you can set up a monthly subscription to Tubi. $19.99 a month, I think, would be cool. So
it actually becomes free with Horror House 2. With Horror House 3, they want to charge you. But with Horror House 3, it's free. Promise, it's free.
Tubi is free.
Tubi is free with Horror House codes. So secret Horror House codes. Any number you put behind it, it's like, yeah, it works.
It's got to be in season.
I watched a movie the other day, Older Gods. It's a newer movie. It was not very old. It is a smaller budget movie.
Okay.
It's 2023, so it's new. It might have been considered the infamous Tubi original, but I really don't think so. I didn't see it marked with anything like that, but it was pretty good. It follows a young man. His childhood friend and longtime friend has committed suicide. He finds out the friend has been digging into this like cult, religion, something. And he starts digging into it, and things happen, and he kind of gets sucked into the world. And I won't spoil it from there. It's not got a whole lot of gore. I mean, there's some flashes of some tense, eerie, creepy stuff. But it's just the overall tone of the movie I thought was really good. I thought it was well shot. The cinematography was good, and I do recommend it if you're looking for something a little bit different. Starts off a little bit of a slow burn, but very Lovecraftian. Yes.
Okay.
Yep. Except the Lovecraftian cult wears baklava masks, not like the Israeli sweetbread baklava, but the full face masks imprinted with like skulls on them. So it's like we're a cult, but we have to be fashionable too. We want to look cool at the
we're big
riots.
Ghost from Call of Duty fans as well as a cult.
Yeah, very much, yes. There's two things we love: old gods and Call of Duty.
There you go. Jeff, have you watched anything you want to talk about?
See, the last horror movie I saw was The Last Voyage of the Demeter in theaters.
Mm-hmm.
Very good.
Thoughts, opinions? Well, there's your opinion.
I mean, it was great cast. I mean, just an amazing cast. It was very good.
Some people being kind of one side or the other with it on the Twitters, on the X.
Get it right, Chris. Get it right. Twitter is dead. Long live the new Twitter.
Dave said to him it was more alien-ish, or is that something else that you read?
No, I had read that, but it very much fits. I was skeptical. But just because you have a creature on a enclosed ship doesn't make it alien on a ship. But they very much, some of those beats were the same. We spoke in the Horror House episode. Go back and listen to it when we talked about Alien. We talked about Ridley Scott's creature design and Geiger's creature design, and how it blended in with the ship so well, and the Dracula, spoiler alert, it's about Dracula.
What?
Is very much does the same thing. Like he can hide in the shadows, and there's especially like when they're in the one of the cabins. Like you're looking right at him, and you don't see him at first till he starts to move, and it's just very well done. The creature design was very good.
Wet? Was it wet? It's on a ship, right?
It was on a ship, so there was a lot of wetness, but
Okay.
it didn't need to come from the creature stuff. But it was good. It looked good. It was good, and I mean, kind of ballsy. I'll give it. It's got some ballsiness to it.
It
that
shows
I
balls.
really appreciate.
It shows the Dracula's balls.
Not Dracula balls. Like, you know, I don't want to say like not enough movies kill kids, but you know, not very many movies kill kids.
I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. You're saying what I'm thinking.
Why should those little fuckers be left out?
I've been thinking that since Blob '88. I'm like, why? They killed one of those kids, and then they cut it out so you couldn't even see it. Not that I want to see it, but like, why are they safe? You know, we should be afraid. Anyways,
That's it. If you're making a movie, an old person, a kid, somebody in a wheelchair, like kill them early, and then everyone's like fair game after that. So
good. That's a good point.
It is.
Any other movies that you've seen lately that you want to talk about, Jeff?
Have you guys seen Good Night, Mommy? It's on Tubi as well. It's an Australian psychological horror film.
I know of it, but I've not watched it.
I have not watched it either, but I know it with the twin boys. And mom has surgery, but they don't know that it's really their mom when she comes back.
Yeah, the trailer was kind of cool, but I never got.
It was good. It's good. You guys gotta watch it sometime.
All right, season 6. Jeff's joining us for Good Night, Mommy.
And I believe it was redone in 2022 as well, with Naomi Watts. So there's that.
There was an American remake of that? Really?
There's always an American remake.
Yeah.
Stop.
We can't have foreign films that are good.
It's okay. Like, we import our shit to other countries and we expect them to like it because it's American. I'm okay. Bring it over here as is. I'm okay. You know, I mean,
right?
You said it was Australian. Was it Australian? The original?
Austrian.
Austrian. Oh, I mean, Australia is basically like American light. You know,
right? They still do that when they bring it from England or Australia. They still redo it for American audience. Like it's why
England,
it's
I
in
can
English.
understand because you in Hollywood, everyone has perfect teeth. I don't know what they do. They have some kind of technology. Like if you were in a fight and got 5 teeth knocked out one night, you would wake up in the morning. They enslaved all the tooth fairies in California, in Hollywood. But in England, it's just the opposite. As soon as you're born, this tooth fairy starts stealing your teeth.
Slowly over time.
He gives them the death touch.
You're making me self-conscious because I've not been to the dentist since I was a teenager.
A dentist?
I'm approaching
that?
I'm approaching death rapidly. But I'm like, am I English?
Have you ever had a spotted cock? Then you're not British. The British and their love for spotted cock.
Is that duck?
Spotted dick. I'm sorry.
Yes, I was saying like, hey, where's spotted dick?
Okay, I might be. Yeah, it's some kind of fucking bread pudding.
Oh my god. Me. Speaking of spotted dick, and speaking of England, there was a wrestling, and our old good buddy CM Punk, Phil Brooks, is still around, causing trouble. He's controversial, doing shit. But yeah, I had to bring him up because
I guess that
he brings us the listens. He
I
does
bet I guess that
him.
debunks the conspiracy theory I heard the other day, Chris.
Of CM Punk.
Yes, that the Ocean Gate disaster, Bill Brooks died in that, and it was a government setup to take him out. He's too controversial.
Fair. I can.
So,
yeah.
yeah. I got another movie I want to watch, and this will segue into a little something from Jeff. Jeff, you don't know what's coming, but here it is, man.
All right.
I watched Valentine's Bluff. I think you and I talked about it a little bit when I gave my opinion of the Horror Hound Festival. Valentine's Bluff is the fan film, and we got to meet the writer, producer, director, a couple of the actors, and I got a signed Blu-ray signed by Lloyd Kaufman himself, who has got a pretty significant part in the movie. Signed by one of the actors, signed by two of the writer, director, producer as well. I did finally watch it last weekend, and it is intended to be a direct sequel to the original Valentine, My Bloody Valentine, which we reviewed on the Horror House. So that was good, but it's a little bit of a slow burn. It takes a while to start getting kills. I mean, you kind of get one at the start, but then it goes slow for a while. But then when the kills start coming, the kills keep coming, and they don't stop coming because they hit the ground running.
Amen.
So
amen.
It's pretty. It's pretty all right. I do suggest if you can watch it, watch it. It was, you're supporting indie film, and you get to see some cool kills, and they left it open for the possibility of another sequel. So finally, it might get its franchise it deserves.
God, indie film is always begging for sequels. Sequel baiting, they call it. They need to chill out.
Yeah, that's
chill out. Have something self-contained for once. Jesus Christ.
Right. If they just make one master movie, and then they can quit sequel baiting and go into masturbating, it'll be much, much better. Much more enjoyable.
I will send those guys an email right now.
Strongly worded email. But that brings up the Horror Hound Festival. And our own guest host here, Mr. Jeff himself, accompanied me to the Horror Hound Festival at the last minute. So, Jeff, what did you think?
Oh, it was awesome. I mean, everyone there's so friendly. Just like the people that you're in line with, people at the booths and stuff. They just talk to you about their craft. It was just amazing. You didn't have to buy anything or nothing. You just talk to people, and they just open up.
That's pretty cool. Because I figured, having not been to one, that it would be like some of the people would be like, you can't really look my direction unless you give me $20.
Right. That's what I was expecting, but like no, people just like, oh yeah, I'll talk to you, sure.
Wow.
Talk to the older ladies who were in the Nightmare on Elm Street movie at doing the jump rope, and their father was in the movie. He's the stuntman.
Anthony Ciceri. He had some cool stories.
Yeah, very good.
Nice.
Jeff, what was the highlight of the day for you? What was your favorite part?
Oh, it was probably the mask area we went through. And so many cool masks that people make and develop. And
that was very cool.
The lady who was making leather masks and stuff.
Oh yeah, yeah. She was. I mean, you could tell those masks were made. It took some time to make
Right.
those. Let me really quick. Alyssa Sikora Kleckner. Scared-of-my-shadow.com. She is on Facebook, Instagram, and Etsy. Her stuff was really fucking some cool ass leather masks. And she, I don't know, talked to us for 20 plus minutes, I'd say.
Right.
Why wasn't she making masks?
She was past the making section, she was in the selling section. And she
Yeah.
still took time out of her day
Right.
to talk to us poor fucking schlubs. And she's just so nice, just a beautiful person, a wonderful person, and these masks were so damn cool.
Nice.
She used all the imperfections that were in the leather, and it makes all of her pieces unique.
Now, is what she was making like original stuff, or is she doing uh like recreations of like movie characters, or what? What's her main, like? Does she?
All original stuff. All original stuff. It seemed to be. Some of it may have been inspired by stuff. So she had one that was there was like some kind of leather pharaoh headdress.
Okay.
Some of them look like they were something out of a insane asylum with a kind of gas mask thing. But you look in the nozzle of the gas mask thing, and it's got fucking fangs.
Yeah.
Um,
A lot of them had
Some people
teeth
have
on
fears of that.
it.
yeah. I didn't, but I do now. Interestingly enough, so
Like flesh. I was gonna say fleshy holes. That makes it sound like not what I'm meaning it to be. A natural fleshy holes. Something. Why am I bringing flesh into this? The teeth. That's why I don't. Anyways, this I made this weird. I apologize. Moving forward, either of you can talk right now.
nope, you're
And
doing just fine, Chris.
and
Yeah.
um well, I've not watched a lot of movies this since the last time once we've since have spoken. Um so yeah, I'm just along for the ride and to make weird words. That's me.
That is exactly what you're doing right now. I love it, Chris. Keep going.
I don't love it. I don't love it. Anything else, Horror Hound, or any other movies you want to talk about before we talk about this trailer?
I'm ready to jump into it. I just watched it right before we got on tonight. I watched it again. Um, Admittedly, only the second time I've watched the trailer. Although, that's not as big a deal as it maybe used to be for me at one time. I used to be a trailer whore, not a trailer park whore. Um, but I have done trailer parkour. Um, I hope that clears everything up.
You were the Spider-Man of the trailer park.
Yeah, it's the Spooder Man. I am definitely the Spooder Man. Um, Exorcist Believer. It's coming out in like what 40 days or something like that. Really early in October.
Yes, and then it got. I was just reading before we started tonight, and Jason Blum or Bloom.
Mm-hmm.
I don't. What's the correct way? I don't know. Mr. B says that it is now coming out a week earlier, October 6th. I want to say. Is that good a thing or a bad thing? I mean, if you want to see it, that's a good thing. But you don't see
I think
that
for the
a lot.
movie, it can't be. It's got to be good, right? Because you're just giving it an extra week of to play before Halloween. So I think that's probably a good thing.
Or it's
I
like,
wouldn't take that as a bad sign.
I'm thinking like constipation, right? Like the sooner it's out, the better you feel and you are. And like that. Was that your chair or was
Okay.
that just uniquely timed?
That was my chair. For once, purposely tweaked to fit the conversation.
It was spot on.
Thank you.
Jeff, what do you think coming out a week early?
That's cool. Get it out there early so people can see it before the rush.
I was. What was your initial reaction when you saw it? Because I started off one way and then I had some changes, and then maybe I'm coming around a little bit the other way. So, what was your gut initial reaction when the trailer started?
Go first, Jeff.
Like really, we have to have another one.
Preach, Jeff.
Right. So Jeff's a purist. He's like, we should have stopped at 2.
Well, the one with George C. Scott and it was supposed to be an Exorcist movie. It was so.
Yeah.
That was good. I'm like, no.
They, if anything, they should have skipped 2 and just had Exorcist and Exorcist 3, and then,
yeah,
that.
Yep.
Chris, what was your gut initial reaction?
I've been dreading it since we knew that it was David Gordon Green. Because I'm like,
I think we've talked about that. Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'll go in biased as shit with this. Like, I don't think he's like the worst filmmaker around. I think he's pretty hacky, but going to The Exorcist, I am not a believer.
I seem to recall that we both thought there were some good ideas in the DGG Halloween trilogy that just didn't get pulled off right, especially in that last movie.
Yeah.
And
to be fair, also what's the middle one called? Ends, or was that Kills?
Kills.
Shits.
Kills. Halloween shits the bed.
Evil Shits Tonight. I hated that one. Like, that one was not. But the Corey one I didn't mind, which is as much as I shit on him for things, I didn't.
See, I liked Kills up until the end when it felt like they just turned him into Jason. Like, he was just kind of unstoppable there. He wasn't even human anymore.
The whole end of that is hack. I don't.
And then you go back to he's feeble again because fucking Corey kicks his ass. So I don't want to relive that. But I was nervous for Exorcist Believer when I heard that Pazuzu was not going to be the demon and he was being replaced by Corey.
Well, so you can't show a demon riding the back of a moped.
The hell I can't. I heard him. Well, I can hear David Gordon Green saying that right now. A demon on a moped? Hell yeah, I can.
Jeff, what did you think of his Halloween movies? Did you watch them? The latest?
Yeah. Yes, I did. They weren't bad. Like, the first one was really good. And then after that, I think they just kind of went downhill.
Mm-hmm.
Like the first one was like, oh yeah, really good. So it brings you in to watch the second one. You're like, the second one was okay.
What
and then the last one was like, all right.
Pack it up. Let's shut the lights off, go home. What did you think? I mean, did you know that it was him going into this? Like, David Gordon Green, that guy is doing The Exorcist. Did you have any preconceived ideas before you watched the trailer? Or have you thought about it at all?
No, I don't know who that is.
Right.
So, I just want to. I want to break everybody's heart for just a minute. So, The Exorcist, 1973.
Yes.
50 fucking years old. 50 years old.
Sounds about right.
Yeah. 3, it came out in 1990. That's 33 fucking years old. So somewhere out here are kids, like young horror buffs, that haven't gone back to classics. Like they don't have a mentor to steer them to some of these classics. That has only like, maybe they came of age in 95 or 2000. So they really haven't been exposed to some of these things. Someone out there fits that description and said, I don't know what The Exorcist is, but David Gordon Green, I'm in.
We need to watch that person. That person needs to be watched closely.
Oh, they're on an FBI watch list.
Oh my god.
That's for sure.
So do you think this will hit the younger folk more than it will us older folk? Do you think that's what the studio, him, Green, is going for? Like, it's so old. Like, the younger people ain't gonna fucking know or even like remember their parents watching it or anything. I can do whatever I want, and I'll put in Tubular Bells and Ellen Burstyn just to get the geezers off my back.
And Dowd.
Oh yeah, definitely and Dowd. Is the reason why I would watch it.
So when I watched the trailer again today, there are things that give me pause. I'm trying to ignore that it's David Gordon Green, so I just took it for what it is. Whether we like or hate the Halloween, the DGG Halloweens, he did try to do something a little new, and it almost felt like in that last movie, like he wanted to do something new, but then didn't have the balls to really pull it off. Because it really felt like he was handing the legacy over to Corey, and then fuck no, we're just gonna mash everything into a masher and be done with it. So I don't know. It gives me hope though that okay, he's doing something new, and we got the 2 girls. I know they're not twins, but they're 2 young girls' friends being possessed. Which is, I don't know that I've kind of seen that in that way before. So maybe this is something new. I did really legit hear that it was not Pazuzu. But there's a part in the trailer where the one girl is walking up the aisle at the center of church and she's chanting, "The body and blood! The body and blood! The body and blood!" I mean, fucking that religious shit and the Exorcist shit just gives me the fucking full body tingles, man. So, I will watch it enthusiastically.
I'm
going to
that scene that they showed in the trailer.
I'm going to predict a big opening weekend.
I'm Mr. Negative with this whole operation. I think it's going to make $14.
I'm going to say 48 million opening weekend.
Oh
wow!
But is that good? Is that bad? I don't know. I'm pulling numbers out my ass right now. I don't know.
I feel like that sounds like Gordon Green numbers. But that scene you were talking about coming down the aisles, that possessed voice, I feel like I've heard in every possessed movie for the last 20 plus years, and the body and the blood doesn't do anything to me. I want to hear her go hard with the, like, what did she say? Let Jesus fuck you when she's doing that.
Yeah.
Like, get out of here. Like, I'm not even religious, and I'm like, you can't say that, lady.
that's a no word.
That's too far. But the body and the blood don't do nothing.
That don't do nothing for you.
Yeah, I'm just
that's a Catholic thing, man. That's a Catholic thing. Like in the middle of Catholic Church, the body and blood of Christ, and then they have snacks. So
that's scary. That sounds like the funnest part of church.
Well, that's the problem. She's interrupting the snack. Everyone's like, she's interrupting snack time. What are we supposed to do?
Or
we're supposed to be eating the guy we call God. You know, what is she doing?
If Gordon Green really wanted to push boundaries, So, like in the original, right, Linda Blair comes down the stairs during their party, right, like her mom's party, and pisses on the floor.
Oh yeah.
Here, what he should have done, callback too, which should get the geezers. She walks up, takes a shit right in the body and the blood snacks. Bam.
Upper decker
There
in the
you
back
go.
of the church.
And then it's, somewhere Danny
But the
McBride's
trailer's got. How do you
right
know
on
she
target.
doesn't take it? How do you know she don't piss on the dais or
Maybe.
take a dump on the priest's chest? So
I feel like the time to show a child mutilating her genitals, I don't know how else to say that friendly, with a crucifix.
watch it. We don't want to be on a watch list.
Yeah, is well past. So I don't know what they could even do to approach shock in that regard. In that even parking lot of that ballpark. I don't know. But I'm glad you brought that scene up because I did want to talk about that voice. I didn't like it.
It is maybe a little overused at this point, but those tropes become tropes because they are so ingrained in the public consciousness.
Now the original Exorcist voice, having the I forget what her name was, but like this old timey actress, like just drink alcohol and eat raw eggs and chain smoke Marlboro Reds, to where she actually
Ellen Burstyn.
No, it wasn't Ellen Burstyn. It was I forget her name. Starts with M, I want to say. But they like dubbed her voice in with they either mixed it with Linda Blair or I forget the exact thing. It's been so long since I watched it. But like she legitimately just sounded like a demon in real life. And so I don't know why they couldn't have had these. I mean, medical stuff has come so far. Why couldn't these girls have just chain smoked or vaped?
Yeah. Or surgery, like do so, come on, get with the craft. Get some surgery done on your vocal cords to make you sound like a 90-year-old woman who has chain smoked since she was 3.
Yeah.
In the coal mines of West Virginia, and
get with it.
Yeah, it's for the craft, man. Where's your dedication, ladies?
In 50 years, are they going to be talking about your Exorcist? That's where you got to be going at it from.
Right, you got to make it your Exorcist. Like Linda Blair, she's it, but like, are they going to be like, oh, this is Jennifer Nettles? No, that's not the girl. Yeah, Jennifer Nettles and Lydia Jewett. This is their movie. Or are they going to say, oh, the David Gordon Green? You mean the president? No. God, help me. God, no. No, don't speak that into existence. We are off the rails tonight. Jeff, are you voting for David Gordon Green for president?
No.
If he agrees to quit making movies, Chris, will you vote for him?
What kind of fucking shit is this?
He's not worse than Yui Bowl.
That's
a name.
I don't know that we've ever talked about him on the show.
I don't know how we have not referenced Yui Bowl. Maybe ever, but definitely not enough.
I don't think we have one time.
Great. Jeff, that's why you're in the Hall of Fame, man.
Oh, yeah.
You are in the Horror House Hall of Fame.
So it's Mercedes McCambridge was
yes.
Zuzu in the original?
Yes. Or the voice, was she the voice actress or was that the stunt lady?
I don't know.
There was a couple ladies that really... Linda Blair gets all the credit, I feel like, but there were a couple ladies that really...
There was something on the original Twitter, when it was Twitter, now it's, X, but there was someone on there before that talked about her where, she, all the stuff that she did to do the voice and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really like, wow, like she drank, like I think she had given up drinking and smoking, but went back to it to get that voice.
Good Lord, that is some dedication.
On one of the...
Right?
I gave up this thing that was killing me, but for this movie, I'll take it up again.
Yeah, she must have got paid a little bit. But there was a behind the scene, like a making of thing on like the VHS that I had in the 90s that went into that, and it played some of like her isolated voice, and that alone would make me be like, I'm gonna sleep with just one light on, just one, and go from there, because it doesn't sound natural. Did either of you watch the Exorcist series on Fox a few years ago, 5 years ago, 6, something like that?
I did not. I did not.
No.
It got 2 seasons, and I was this same way against that. When I saw that first trailer, I'm like, this is fucking bullshit. This is the dumbest thing I've ever seen. Who wants to see this? And it turned out to be okay.
Okay.
The first season, and then they canceled
Giving us
it
hope.
after the second. So I never watched the second season, but the first season was kind of pretty not bad. And it tied in with the movie. So I'm hoping that I'm just swimming up that same river again, but I don't know.
I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful that it can hit some of those same notes, but also bring us something new. I don't know if we talked about it. I watched Nefarious not long ago. Have you guys seen Nefarious? It's new out this year.
The David Gordon Green story?
It is not David Gordon Green, thank God. It's way tamer. It's about a guy's in prison. He's like the most notorious serial killer, and he's going to be executed. And a journalist comes to interview him, and he's telling the journalist, or no, it's a psychologist. And he's like, I'm a demon. I'm not really this dude that you see standing before you. I'm the demon controlling him, and I'm going to do this. And you're by the end of the day, you're going to kill 3 people today. And
Okay.
it's demon possession, and it was pretty good. It was pretty good. Anyway, it was a little different take. And that's what I'm hoping we get with the Exorcist Believer.
Okay. Jeff, any final thoughts on this trailer before we skedaddle?
With Ann Dowd from I like her from the Handmaid's Tale series. So I think she's a pretty good actress.
I've not seen that, but I should.
Yeah,
yeah.
She
was. Yeah, she was the mom, wasn't she, in Hereditary?
Like the
Was she
one
the
she
mom?
meets at
What was
the
she?
she meets her at the like support group thing.
Oh, that's the support group chip. Yeah, okay.
But she believable.
So I'd give it a watch because she's in it.
Are you
very good
Are you
actor.
excited for it? What do you think?
I'm on the fence. At first, I was
Fair.
like, and then I saw her, and I thought might be better.
Thoughts on Ellen Burstyn coming back for this?
Oh yeah, she looks good. She looks good too.
I thought she was.
Looks
I
good.
thought she was getting very old in Requiem for a Dream, and I think that's like 25 years old now at least.
Mhm.
And here we are.
Well, then she got on the stem cells diet that they do in Hollywood, and she looks good. She looks good. She's very
Nice.
very nice.
Why'd you say it like that?
Like what?
Very nice.
Cool. Very nice.
I like her hair.
She looks like she could bust your balls and then treat them real nice after. So,
Jesus Christ.
tonight's episode brought to you by Very Old Barton. Don't do drugs, kids.
The only other thing about the trailer that I want to bring up is the line. I don't know the exact line, but I swear to God, I can imagine in my mind's eye Danny McBride sitting there with David Gordon Green, and they write it and look at each other and they're like, "We've made magic here tonight."
Nice.
This is it. And it's the thing where he's asking her, like, how long do you think you've been gone? You weren't gone for 3 hours. You were gone for 3 days.
Baby, it was 3 days.
I'm like, I remember this same line from ghost stories we tell each other when we were in 3rd grade. The teacher wasn't gone for 1 hour. She's gone the whole day. Okay.
You didn't miss one period. You missed 3.
Yeah, that line alone made me really just feel ways about this movie. I'm like, that. I don't know. I don't know about this whole operation. This seems.
I feel like it was meant to have a big dramatic sting there, and I feel like it came a little flat. Like 3 days? Like really 3 days? Like what's fucking 3 days?
Demons worked faster in my day.
Yeah, fucking lazy ass demons these days. That's what you got. You got demons with no fucking work ethic. So, yeah, if you tell me 3 months, like, baby, you were gone for 3 months, then it's like, oh fuck, that's a long time. 3 days?
Right.
3 days? I've gone that long without sleep. And I've alternately slept that long. So
You may have
3 days
sleep
ain't
problems.
shit. 3 days ain't shit.
Oh,
When I was 9 years old, I died for 3 days one time, and my mom still made me go to school.
So I know why the movie's coming out a week early. According to People Magazine, which is the first link I saw here. It's because they're trying to not compete with Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
I didn't even know Taylor Swift had a movie coming out, but I knew about The Exorcist, so what are you going to do, Swifties? I knew, you can come at me. I think you should have been called Taters.
My question, this is an industry question, and then we can move on and out. Is that really a thing? Like, is Exorcist in competition with Taylor Swift? Because I don't feel like it is.
I don't know that competition's the right word. I feel like, especially like the younger people who want to go see the Taylor Swift thing, right? But if they go the week prior, like, what are we going to watch? Taylor Swift's not till next week. Let's watch that movie where the girl was gone for 3 days.
Okay.
And then they go watch that.
3 days, and she says, 3 days, bitch? Psh, Sarah, you fucking white bread vanilla latte bitch? Basic ass bitch? 3 days ain't shit.
So,
I
once
took a dump that took me 3 days to squeeze it out.
You may have a possessed anus now, according to David Gordon Green.
I'm not saying that.
I'm saying it.
Shanika was saying that to her friend Sarah. Like, she's calling Sarah a basic bitch. I'm not a basic bitch.
No, I thought you were saying in retaliation to that.
No, everybody's got a 3 day story. Like Ricky the Dragon Steamboat's like, 3 days? Bitch, I fought Macho Man for 3 days.
Okay, Dave, me and Jeff are on the fence. I've got 1 foot on the ground of one side, but I'm still hanging on to the fence. Where do you sit?
I mean, I'm going to watch it. If there's any chance I'm going. Yeah, I think I'm growing. It is The Exorcist Believer is a house at Halloween Horror Nights, which is kind of like, this is going to be kind of surreal. I'm going to have to be very careful because Halloween Horror Nights opens to the public for tomorrow. Yesterday was the staff preview. There's not usually a whole lot of spoilers come out of the staff preview, but people will rate things and talk about things a little bit, but not spoilery. I'm worried, so I'm going to have to be careful the next month and a half that people don't spoil what I'm going to see at the house and what I'm going to see in the movie. But I will watch the movie as soon as possible.
Get off the socials.
Yeah.
Stay off the internet.
No more X.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I just got to be very careful. Very careful.
All right. That does it. That does it for this trailer talk with the 3 of us. So, I guess we've done our final words. We're just leaving. We're out of here.